Hey, welcome to my channel. This is a quick little something before the actual video. I've already recorded the video. I uploaded the video. It was uploading really slow, so I went to the stores. Got an email while I was out that said there was a copyright claim on my video. I'm like, well, that cannot be, because the songs I use on my intro and outro come from YouTube's audio library that you're allowed to use. I didn't play any songs in the middle of it. And then I read the name of the song, and it said radio edit. And I stopped for a minute, and I thought it was the FedEx man. He came by, he stopped right over here, and he was playing his music really loud. I'm gonna give y'all the dance now. Since I'm gonna have to cut it out, so there's gonna be an abrupt stop and start. I'll try to do a little edit in between where, like, but I'm gonna have to cut out the song that the FedEx man's playing in the background in his truck, or either I won't be monetized, or whoever's claiming it will get my money, and I'm not giving them my money. Not just for some FedEx driver playing his music too loud. So they're not getting my 10 cents. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know, if you wonder why, like, I'm talking and all of a sudden I'm talking something else, that is why. There was a copyright claim. I've got to get rid of it. And since I got to re-upload the whole thing anyway, I figured I'd come on here and give y'all a little explanation. So let's just jump on into the video. Hey, welcome to my channel. I thought today we would just sit out here and shoot the breeze. We'll just drink coffee and talk about whatever pops into my head, which right now there ain't really much in my head. It's just, hold on. It's going to be the last day I'm going to be able to come out here on the porch for a while. I think winter's maybe going to start hitting us. Tonight it'll get down in the 30s, and then for the next longest while that I could see on my weather app was like lows in the 20s and 30s and highs in the 40s and 50s. So that's going to be as good as we're going to get for winter for the time being. And it's been raining. Apparently we had an event last night, because when I come out here on the porch, my signs were all twisted, my little ottoman was blown over, my pillows were messed up. My other welcome sign back here was, I got it tied to the little shelf because it falls all the time. So apparently we had some kind of wind weather event overnight. It's dark enough now. It's not raining hard right now, but it is drizzling. It was raining hard earlier. I was back in my craft room. Oh, it sounded wonderful. Y'all know how much I love the rain. It's dark enough I can still see my Christmas lights, which are coming down today. We didn't get a chance yesterday, but they are coming down today, and that'll be the last of the Christmas decorations. Now, Lord, FedEx on Sunday morning. Hold on. You hear him? He in a hurry, and didn't stop and bring me nothing. I don't know about all that. Seems like I had something delivered last Sunday from FedEx. I have had something on Sunday from FedEx here recently. I can't remember. There for a couple weeks I ordered way too much stuff. I had something coming like days in a row. I can't, excuse me, my nose itching. I can't even tell you what all I ordered. Just stuff. Y'all know how it gets. Listen, something will pop into my head, and it is so easy just to click on your phone, pull up Amazon especially, and just click that order button. Listen, have y'all seen them videos? I seen one, said the husband like getting on to her about ordering from Amazon, so she had been saving boxes, which had to be a setup, because she had probably, it looked like 100 boxes sitting out on her front in the yard and the porch and everything. So he come home from work, he would think she had all that delivered from Amazon. Where did she hide 100 Amazon boxes that he didn't know? Come on. Listen, half that TikTok stuff, you know it is set up. There is no way under the shining sun, and plus there's a lot of bad actors. Some of it is just, okay, that's funny, and some of it are like, you're trying to be real and you're not really real. So you just can't believe, okay. If you're on TikTok, have you seen the glow up videos where they're looking all no makeup, hair messed up? Some of them even, like, I've seen them draw on eyebrows and they don't have teeth and they're doing all kind of faces, and then boom, they pop up with their makeup on and they look like a whole different person. I showed that to my husband because he's one of these people, bless his heart. He's so much more naive than I am. I don't believe nothing I hear, see. What they say, I don't believe nothing I hear, and half of what I see, that's me. I am so skeptical and so jaded, I guess. And he is so naive, and so he there's things he won't trust, but then things he sees on TV, he'll say, how did that, like, movie star or TV star or singer, how they look so good? I'm like, honey, please don't believe everything you see. They have makeup artists. Then when these TikToks, when I started getting on there, when these TikToks come out, I started saving them. So when he come home, I'm like, honey, I want to show you something. So you'll see the regular person as they just really are, and then you'd see their glow up, and you'd be like, I'm like, that's what I try to tell you when you think somebody, I'm not saying they don't look good, I'm just saying, don't think that there's some miraculous way that only famous people age well. That's not, the odds are not in that favor. Just because you're famous, you're going to age well, and the rest of us are not. No. A lot of them do age well. I'll give them that, but just in case you think that you believe everything you see on TV, no. So, I don't know. Let me know below if you've seen those on TikTok. They're crazy. Some of them are just like, if you put the people side by side, you would swear them down that it's not the same people. Listen, I was thinking to hear this. Okay, did you hear that little bird? I don't know what got me to think. I was thinking about the birds because I was standing at the kitchen window and I looked out, see it was still raining. I seen a bird and I'm like, you know what that reminds me of? Okay, do y'all remember as kids, they said if you sawed the bird's tail, it couldn't fly? Do y'all remember that? Did y'all try to chase birds and saw their tails like I used to get the salt shaker and go out here in the backyard. Cause see, I lived here from 1971 on to, went off to college and then got married. But this was still Mama's house, and we bought it from her in '98. So this is my house since 1971. So I was 9. Is that about right? Because I was born in '62. I'd get the salt shaker and I'd go out there in the backyard and try to chase me a bird. Because we had trees in the backyard then. Back then, the back of the yard went up. There was an incline, and so that's how there ended up being a whole lot of water damage under the house when we bought it from her. Because the way the yard was graded, we were sitting at the bottom. We're the lowest part on this road, and I'm gonna tell you what my old goat neighbor done. Listen, I ain't got to tell y'all about the old goat in a long time because I ain't been out here in a long time. They tore down Uncle Eddie's house, so I ain't got no Uncle Eddie stories for you. He don't never come out the house no more. So, but I'll tell you what he done, talking about the rain. Oh, there's Mr. FedEx again. Let me get some coffee while he flies. How high the yard was. So you can see how much it ran down to the house. Well, he put in, and this was pure tea for meanness and spite, he put in an underground drain pointed directly at our house. So when it rains hard, the water gushes out of that drain. I can't even describe to you how it gushes out of it. So we've had to put up railroad ties to try to divert the water from going straight up under our house, because we have 2 vents over there, which he had the brick mason build 2 like what wells or whatever around. Not made a well where you can't really. It would have to go up over the brick walls that you put around it. I don't know what you call that thing. He built a brick dam around it or something. I don't know. Y'all kind of know what I'm talking about. So instead of running it down the yard into the ditch, which is in the front of the house, which runs into the storm drain right here in the corner, he ran it pointed directly at our house. That's how mean he is. That's the kind of neighbor I have. So when some of y'all say you'd like to be my neighbor, I wish you were. And don't talk to none of the rest of them. These little ones right here in front of me, they had a baby. I seen her, they just a young couple. I seen her here a while back. I'm like, oh, she got a baby bump. Well, the other day they had a car seat and some other box sitting out for the garbage. I'm like, well, maybe the baby came. But we don't talk to them. These people next door over here, don't talk to them because the girl's daddy owns. This is what you get in a small town. Holly's boyfriend that lived with us for a while was a tow truck driver, and he had a falling out with his employer. And these people that bought this house over here turned out to be the daughter of the employer. So we don't talk to them. We used to talk to that one right there, but then he got too big for his britches. He's the one that, when I'm sitting out here, like in the springtime, and he'll ride by, he won't even look over here to wave. When he used to, he would wave. The next 2 houses up don't know him. The house beside Old Goat, well, she didn't live there when I was growing up, but her husband did. That's his house. And there was a whole situation there that I don't even want to go into, so we don't talk to her and don't know anybody else. My cousin lives down there. And of course, when Uncle Eddie was over there, we didn't talk to him except to holler at him. I hollered at him one day when I was out here. This is back when I was able to get out and do things. I heard him over there sound like he was beating the snot out of his, I don't know, his girlfriend, his wife, I don't know, his significant other. And I hollered over there and told him he could quit or I would call the law. And when I did that, that girl come out here and cussed me from, where and back. Called me every name in the book, blah, blah, blah. I yelled back over there. I said, I'm going to tell you what. He can lay you out in the middle of the street and I won't call the law. You can believe I'll wash my hands of you. You won't believe what all went on over there. The cussing and carrying on. And he come out one day. The tree's still standing. They just took the house down because it was rotted. It was my great aunt's house. It was very, 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 very old. And the people didn't keep it up. They just wanted rent money. He come out one day with a baseball bat over there beating the tree, screaming and hollering like a darn wild man. He would get in his car and speed up and down just a little bit of the short driveway at the house to the road. There's a long driveway goes on down in there that was my great aunt and uncle's house, where I grew up a lot of the time when I was little. None of that's family owned anymore. Only my cousin down there. And he would get in his car and he would back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, tearing up ruts in the yard and everything. He was crazy. He was absolutely crazy. I was so happy of all the trouble that went on over there. When they moved, I was like, okay, well, maybe they're moving back because they would have like some kind of, I don't know, some other southern state over there. I can't remember which one it was. I don't want to call the name because I don't want to bad talk the state being kin to anybody like that. My cousin said they living at these apartments down at the end of the road over here down where my mama lives. Because see, if you, where I live on this corner, if you get on my road and you go straight, there's one stop sign, two stop signs, and then it dead ends into another road, and right across there is a house. That was my mama's house. So the year she died in August, we bought this house in December. She would have had a fit because she would drive down. It was my great aunt was her sister. She would drive down to there to see them, and even after my great aunt died, her daughter lived in the house, so she would drive down there to see her. If she knew that she could drive by here and see me every day that she went down there, she would have been so happy, because I spent the last years of her life just doing like all the things for her. We had a very close relationship. Obviously, you know, because I talk about my mom all the time. I had two mamas. Both fulfilled different roles in my life. Y'all know what I mean? But I was talking about them birds. Did y'all ever do that? Listen, did you ever salt your slugs? Have any of you ever had slugs? Because the back of the house, like I said, when it was graded the way it was always very wet and moist up under the very back of the house. There's under the eaves of my house, they're so far out from the house, never sees the light it sees the light of day. It never sees the sun. Never. The sun directly sets east to west. That's exactly how my house is sitting. It comes up over there and it goes down over there, and it blares the side of the house, but still it leaves a shadow right up beside the house. So we always get slugs. Y'all ever salt the slugs? That gets rid of a slug. Pro tip. So you want to talk about this here weight loss situation? Listen, I give y'all my things I'm not going to do. Well, I'm already feeling in the coffee department. Of course, yesterday was the first day. So I'm going to give myself time to settle into that one. We had our dinner yesterday. We had our black eyed peas and our rice and our collard greens and our country ham, since it didn't have the hog jams. And then I had some of my Simply Filling cornbread that I had in the freezer. And I'm going to tell you what, my freezer is sitting in the big room, so it's not up here in the kitchen. When I went to look for that cornbread, there was those 3 containers of cookies and fudge and all that. I had totally forgotten about. Even though I have to go to the freezer to get my meat out, I'm like kind of taking after David. I get tunnel vision. I go in there for what I'm looking for, and I don't see anything else. So out of sight, out of mind, they had been in there. I didn't get into them and eat them. That's not what I'm trying to say. But it reminded me they were there. But the problem I'm having getting back on track, which I'm back on track, is still not, I don't know if you want to call it volume eating, although I like to eat a lot of food. I just can't eat as much as I used to because my belly won't hold it. Unless it's something really good, then I can, eat until it's just ridiculous. If it's something that tastes super good, I can eat it until my stomach hurts, and then I'm miserable. But I'm having a hard time, not with sugar. I'm not having a hard time with sugar. That was the easy one. With the savory stuff, I just want savory stuff. I want like a fat tooth. I think is what I've got going on. I got a fat tooth going on. I want the fatty things. Not like a piece of fat back, although I'd eat a piece of fat back. I just want the savory, rich, delicious foods. That's what I'm wanting, and I don't have them. And so I'm finding myself trying to find something to eat in its stead. And I got into the crackers and the butter. That's what Holly used to eat when she was a baby. I know she was on something. We had the butter crackers, the club crackers, was the Walmart brand, with our New Year's Eve sausages and cheese, which we still have tons of that in the refrigerator. That's what I had for lunch yesterday, actually. So I don't think I did too bad. I mean, it's not Simply Filling, and no, I didn't track it, and no, I didn't count the points, but I love squirrels. I love squirrels. But I just want to eat good food, and that's where I'm having trouble trying to get that out of my mind. Go back to eating your Simply Filling way, because Simply Filling is pretty much a whole foods. Now, yes, your dairy is fat-free. Otherwise, you have to count points. And, I've said it before, you get 49 points a week, and that does not go far if you have pointed foods, which I think I'm going to try. I was thinking about this the other week. Instead of trying to save up all my points for the weekend, I'm thinking of maybe spending a few every day and having less for the weekend. Maybe try, oh, there's a cardinal. I think that's a boy and a girl because they flew over together, and the pretty one, the male, is the red, and the not so pretty one is the female. Listen, that's probably Mama. Y'all know I was talking about her, and she come down here to tell me she knew that I lived here. Gosh, y'all know when cardinals visit, that's a visit from a past loved one. So I'm gonna take that as Mama. Oh, that got me. I'm sorry about that. But I was thinking maybe spending points during the week, having pointed dinners maybe. I don't know this week if I did that or not. I don't think I was conscious of my points as much as I should be. I did point out my meal prep, my breakfast and my lunch, 2 points each. So there's 4 points a day. I'll have 4 breakfasts, and I think I had 5 suppers. So that takes off that many of the weekly points. And I'm thinking about maybe trying to cook more on the weekends instead of eating out, which I like my eating out day. I like to have my day off. I don't have to cook anything. Dave don't care. He don't care. As long as he got something to eat, he don't care what it is. It don't have to be nothing elaborate. If it's just a bowl of soup and that's all, he's like, honey, I don't care. He said, that's all right, honey, it's all right. So I don't have to do anything elaborate. I can make my good meals, but I don't have to every single day. So the days that even if I decide not to eat out, if I decide to cook, it don't have to be no big a deal. So that was saving points too, because when you eat out, you're going to spend some points, which I ain't tracked a point and calculated a point in so long. I know I have been over my points. I told him last night, we were sitting there eating our New Year's dinner. I'm like, you know what? I got to clock in a weight loss this week. I can't gain again this week. I said, I can't keep going on this video saying I gained another week. I gained. That is no kind of inspiration to nobody. I gotta get my together. Listen, I've said it. I'm not struggling as much as I'm not trying. I'm not trying. Well, I'm in a small struggle with the savory foods, but it's like I can't describe it. I'm not eating them out of control. I'm not binging on them. I just want them. And if I do want a little something like the butter crackers, I'm just eating it because I'm not trying not to eat it. That's where I got to get better. I got to try. Well, there's a thing I got to do. I got to not eat the crap. And crap don't necessarily mean just chips and cookies and stuff like that. It can be like the high fat, the pointed foods that you don't have the points for. If we're going to count points, then we need to learn to stay within the points. I got to learn to color inside the lines. I am such a rebel. I think, oh, I don't need to count that. I know what I got going on. I know how much I'm eating. Well, no, I don't. Apparently, I do not. So, I have got to get it back together. I got to get it between the lines, y'all. Y'all having any trouble with that? Surely I am not the only one trying to steer my way back to being on plan, because I'm going to tell you, I want this. New year, new you. New year, new you. New you in 22. That's it. New year, new you in 22. We got to get our stuff together. Girls and boys, we got things we got to accomplish. We got things we got to do. And so we got to take control of the food we put in our mouth. If there ain't nothing else in this world we can control, that is one thing we can control. Being out of control is just not, I don't like that. I don't like it at all. So, I don't know. I've thought about doing what I eat today. When I started my channel in I think it was September of 2019, all I started doing was showing my food, and it was just a way to be accountable for me. My face was not on screen. I did not plan on doing none of this right here, what I'm doing right now. This talking and carrying on, no. There was not going to be none of that. I can't, my big old feet. I was just showing my food, and I would tell David, I'm like, I can't eat that, because if I eat it, I got to show it. So I was very diligent in what I ate, and it showed in my weight loss. I did a whole lot better when I did just those videos before I started coming on here and chit-chatting. But how it went was, when I did start coming on here and doing more videos this way and cooking videos, then it got to be too much, because at the time I was doing it all on my phone. I didn't have a editing program on my computer. I was doing it all on my phone, and it was not easy, and I was tired at night trying to get, if I had done a video already and then trying to do my what I ate in a day on top of it, it was too much. It was too much editing on this little phone. I just couldn't do it. It was just more than I had bit off more than I could chew. So the everyday what I ate videos went away, and I tried to bring them back several times since, and it just didn't work. So I don't know if I should try to do like my regular videos and throw in my what I eats. There for a while, the way I was doing it, and it worked well. I just threw up what I eat, put the points on the screen, which points wouldn't matter to none of y'all except for the ones on simplyfilling, to music, and that was that, just a short little video. So I don't know, is that something, would y'all like to see what I eat? It would be a way to make me quit picking for stuff that I don't want to show you. Hold on just a second. So, I don't know, let me know. Let me know what you think. Should I do it? Should I put my short little videos to music? I don't have to talk, I just show the food. Okay, here's the food. I get started today with breakfast. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Maybe I'll film the breakfast. That way, if you say yes, I'll have it filmed. I need something to put my butt on the straight and narrow. So, okay, well, I just rambled on long enough. I think that's all I was going to talk about. Listen, somebody, you hear them roosters? The people that owned the roosters before moved and died or something, I don't know, and they redid the whole house. So I guess maybe the roosters went with the house. Yeah, it's time to get up, people. It's time to get your little lazy butts out of bed. All right. Well, that sure is a long video for somebody that didn't have nothing to say. Hope I didn't bore you to death. So let me know what you think about them what I eat in a day videos. Let me know what you think. I'd appreciate it. So have a good Sunday, and If I think of something to do tomorrow, I'll do it. If not, I will see you Tuesday for Tag Tuesday. We're doing them different now. We're not tagging people. It's going to be no Tag Tuesday is what it's going to be called. So you're still going to get the videos. It's just we're not going to say we tag anybody because the same people do the videos. And we all know we do the videos. And so tagging is just a formality. So we're just going to be doing the videos. So if I don't do anything tomorrow, then I will see you Tuesday. Okay, see you then.